Alright, good morning everybody, it's May 16th, and it's about time I look at models for the day and determine what I want to do. I also noticed morning convention has happened, which there was an MCD put out like at 2 in the morning for this convention that's developed with severe thunderstorm warnings right now, so right now I'm just about to take a look and see what we got going on for the day and kind of just determine what I want to do. Alright, so at this rate, I'm just going to be looking at model runs. One of the base things to note again is this morning convention where I look at the, what is this, 12Z timing on the GFS. You can notice, I noticed especially on here, showing that morning convection. At this rate, it's going to come down to really how quickly will this convection clear and what's gonna happen with storms moving forward. If I look tired, I mean, I literally just rolled out of bed, so, and I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to. I'm looking at least on the EF4 sim rev, just trying to, since it tells you, it's gonna come down to when everything's gonna convect. And this is Saturday 0Z, at least given the EF4. Yeah, it wants a lot of stuff to happen by then, which this looks like the timing's gotten pushed back on a lot of stuff at this rate. So who knows how this day's gonna go at this rate because of this morning convection. This morning convection is really gonna push a lot of things off into the day, and that was one of the biggest things I was wondering was gonna happen as soon as I saw that convention. Is it gonna get pushed off into the day, or is it just gonna kill the day completely? I'm going to be glancing at a good bit more models as well, not just this model. For what I'm seeing, at least given EF4, and let's go back to GFS now. Let's go to 21Z, actually we can go to 0Z. I'm almost thinking I sit maybe like just on the Indiana-Illinois border. We'll go to NAM as well. Yeah, showing the same stuff around the same time frame as well. Go to 21Z, yeah. I'm just checking SimRev. I'm gonna look at other stuff as well. That's my plan, like mid-level stuff, low level stuff, all that. Looking at rap models, yeah, all showing similar stuff. I'm really just trying to get a general idea. Alright, so this is taking a look at the, what is this, mid-level vorticity maximum. Yeah, I got a little bit of something going on here within this region. Let's move to 0Z, yeah. You can see where these cells want to fire up, at least given on the GFS. At least we're given the vorticity maximum on this on the relative vorticity stuff. So I'm really thinking sitting on the border of Illinois is going to be good, and it's also going to come down to again this morning convection. What is this morning convection gonna want to do? Do I just try to pounce on something instead with this morning convection, or what? And that's something I'm gonna have to figure out real quickly, because it means this just screws with my timing now. So I continue to just look at models and be able to make a decision of what I wanted to do. And after looking through it for a good little bit, I eventually made my decision of where I wanted to go. Alright, so I think I made my decision. I think I'm gonna actually move a bit more west than I was originally planning to, and I'm probably gonna dip into Illinois and kind of just wait and see what happens. Again, I wasn't expecting this the morning convention as much, but it happened, and there's stuff going on right now. And depending what happens with that still is, I really don't know right now. But depending on how that plays out, we're just gonna have to see. Looking at what is possible for the 0Z Saturday time frame, we're gonna have to just. I don't know again exactly the timing of how everything's gonna come to fruition for today, but I think if I just sit and on the Illinois-Indiana border, something like that, and I think I should be good for the day. And again, it's going to determine what goes on with this mooring convention. I mean, it was a question if this was going to develop or not, but it seems like even if this develops, stuff is just going to develop no matter what, but just later on to the day. So it's just going to be a matter of when does this develop at this rate. So that's one of the biggest things I'm keeping in mind, and I'm probably going to be playing the waiting game for a good bit today. So yeah, I mean it's not like I'm going to be leaving anytime soon because I got a couple things to do. A, eat breakfast, and 2, so yeah, I was gonna try to do something a little cool about this, but oil change. Yeah, I was gonna try to do a little bit of a I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not, but I don't know what I'm even trying to say right now, but I'm just wrapping up an oil change that I had to do. Valve cover honestly might need to be replaced again. I literally replaced this like what, 25,000 miles ago, and it looks like it's trying to leak again, so I might need to replace that because I noticed the oil level was low. But also keep in mind, this thing, vehicles older like this that are older, you're technically supposed to do like every 3,000 miles with these, and not like every 5,000 for all the like newer vehicles type of stuff. So I was a little behind on this. Actually, I was very behind, like another 2,000 miles behind. So that's my fault. But valve cover looks like it needs to be replaced again. Gosh dang it, dude. I can't believe that needs to happen. I literally just replaced this not too long ago. Good news is that they're not that expensive. Well, they might be now because freaking tariffs, but guess I'm gonna have to replace it again. It's not a big issue. It's not the hardest job ever to do. It's actually pretty simple. But it just sucks that I have to probably replace this valve cover gasket again after a year and a half. It just sucks. But you know what? We gotta hit the road because I mean we have morning stuff and it's already moving out of the area. And models now are literally just printing supercells. So we need to get moving. I'm gonna end up staging in like somewhere in Illinois. I'm gonna stop at Washington, Indiana first, and then make my way into Illinois. Because again, this system really just wants to print supercells. There's one going right over St. Louis, at least according to HRRR, but models are now in agreement that it just wants to print supercells again. So I'm gonna wrap this up and I'm gonna get going. So it was just after 10 a.m. when I finally got on the road. I was not expecting it to take as long as I did, so I did what I can to get west, not knowing if I was going to be behind anything or not for the day. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can hear me over the vibration of the door gang. I gotta fix that. Put more duct tape around that, but I'm making my way to Washington, Indiana, just to kind of just stage there and get a gauge of what I want to do for the day. I really don't know what I want to do yet, though I'm probably going to be in Illinois sometime sooner than later. I'm just using that as a check-in mark, A, for my parents, and B, for myself to check malls and who knows what else. So that's my plan right now. Who knows what's going to change, because you can't see it, but off to my left is that cluster of severe storms. It's pretty much turning into a big line and a blob right now. So we'll see if that moves out of the area sooner than later. hopefully it does if we want to see something, and if we want to see something, then that's what's going to have to move out of the way. But I mean, we'll just have to see how today plays out, because quite frankly, I really don't know how today's going to play out at all. I'm expecting at least one supercell, and if we don't even get one supercell, then I guess it's not the worst thing ever. But to see something, if I want to see something, as long as it doesn't hit anything and it doesn't affect anybody at all, then yeah, it's not great. Or tornado wise, not seeing anything, because it'll just be QLCS stuff more than likely then, which I mean, I fully expect to have at least a supercell or two fire up, so we'll just see how it plays out. About an hour and 45 minutes out from where I want to be, and if you can't tell, it's cleared up almost completely, which means obviously it's going to warm up, but it's just going to increase the instability throughout the day. So I mean, it's pretty much playing out just as we kind of was expecting it to. Sorry, bridge, but it is a little concerning that it did clear, which means we are probably going to get storms sometime sooner or later in this afternoon. I would say probably around 2-3 o'clock is when we'll 2 o'clock is when we'll probably see the storms fire up, maybe 3. It'll be somewhere within that time period when we'll start seeing storms fire up. It's just going to be a matter of where they're all going to fire up and what cell seems the best to make a play on. Because from what it seems like, there's going to be a good bit of cells. It's just going to be a matter of what cell looks best and what makes the most sense to pounce on. That's just something I just got to be aware of, and also I just can't be really stupid with these cells at all, because again, it's a very volatile environment today, and these are days really you just can't play stupid on, especially when you're expecting an outbreak to happen, hence the moderate risk. And I guess we're just gonna have to see how this day plays out. As I always say, you don't know how it's gonna play out, but at the moment it looks like it's gonna play out exactly like what is probably forecasted for the day.
If you didn't notice by now, the sky is pretty much clear at this rate. And as I said just before, instability is going to build up real fast, and the environment is just going to get very volatile very fast. And at this point, it was just a matter of time of when things would develop, and if I could be there on time. Also, I didn't even realize I took this time lapse at all. I really don't know what I thought I did, but I was like, oh crap, I should probably turn this off to save some storage and battery for that matter, even though the GoPro's always plugged in to the charger. Anyways, the 1630Z outlook came, and the moderate risk zone did get expanded by then, and for what I knew at the time, it went to an all hazards moderate risk with very strong wording. And just knowing that little bit of information, I knew today was probably going to be a long day, but I really didn't know what I was fully expecting that day still at that time.
Alrighty y'all, I made it to Washington, Indiana after a 3-hour drive. Finally filled up, but good grief, just slightly under a quarter tank, almost a $30 fill up. Sucks, but whatever. So I'm ready to make a move whenever, but if you look outside, I'll show you outside in a minute, in just a second here, but I literally do not see a cloud in the sky right now, which is what we kind of figured. I kind of figured was going to happen. So it's just a matter of where do I want to go now, since that system finally moved its way out and watches are still getting put down. Yeah, tornado watch by the west. I'm probably going to start looking to go west a bit into Illinois,
that might be one of the better things to do, but I gotta check it with parents, and I need to eat lunch. I am quite hungry right now. It's already 1:20, so I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I'll figure out what I want to do in a minute. Alright, so I'm gonna make my way now to Casey, Illinois. I just stopped to fill up on gas and eat lunch. Bathroom break, drink some water. Slightly tastes like coffee. I should have rested this out better, but it sits in a coffee cabinet, so not surprising. The aroma. But models are really wanting to print out supercells a little bit farther west, but I just want to stay east to see where develop and kind of just let them come to me and see how that plays out. If I need to move west, I can move west, but I think right now it's going to be another hour-and-a-half drive. So Casey, Illinois is what I'm going to set up next, and probably just stay there until stuff starts going. Excuse me. Jeez. Well, let's get moving. Alright, if you can't see, this is what I mean by pretty much bluebird skies, guys. Like, there's like hardly any clouds in the sky at all. It's crazy that the environment is just there and is being primed up a ton. The environment apparently is recovering extremely well from the first round of storms earlier today. And good grief, I'm telling you right now, it is actually kind of breezy out. It has been breezy on these roads today. So everything's in place. I was really hoping not have to drive back north a bit, but it is what it is. I think that's what I'm gonna be playing today. It's a bit more north, as I said, explaining why. And if I didn't say it before, it's because, well, every single model, at least, I'm just using it as a baseline idea as to where I need to be. And every model's been putting supercells in the same exact locations across the board. So obviously supercell potential's there, and it's more than likely gonna happen. So that's that. And we will just see what we can do. I know dang well we're gonna get explosive storms happening today, and we'll just have to see how this day plays out. It really has a lot of potential storm wise, and I believe this is actually my first higher end risk I'm actually chasing in. All the other two times were like a slight enhanced risk, but that's about it. I haven't chased in the moderate risk zone, let alone a high-end moderate zone where the ceiling would be like in performing a high risk today. That would be like the absolute ceiling for today. But no matter what, today is very concerning for the people as a whole. And today is the day you can't be being stupid in. And it's a day you just have to take it serious. That's one of the biggest things I need to keep telling myself and keep reminding myself, that today is a more serious day for storms. You can't be being stupid, especially if you don't want to lose a windshield and damage your car at all. Just realize I'm probably going to be playing kind of out ahead of these storms as far as I can, and a bit south as well, so I don't have to south of the cells, so I don't get screwed over by hail, whatnot. But today is probably a day I could see a tornado. I've had lightning show, a mezzo, and that was the closest I've gotten to, was that mezzo from a dying supercell. So maybe not today. Might be the day I actually see a tornado of some sort. We don't know. We'll just have to see.
So, blunder number one today was going back north. I didn't realize I was going as far north as I thought I was for all these storms and whatnot, but this was one of the blunders I made that day, and yeah, it hurts the water a little bit more than it should, but eventually I will get my bearings right moving on today, and you'll see.
Alright, y'all, I made it to Casey, Illinois, And I notice, you'll see an image here in a second, but there's a lot of stuff going on in Missouri right now, St. Louis area. It should be coming in Illinois sometime soon. I'm in Casey, Illinois, finally, so I made it there. So, and storms are just now starting to move into the area. I would suspect some more initiation in front of this as well. Maybe, unless this is what all this is. I mean, who knows? I mean, models were showing it starting to get back closer to where I'm at, but it's all in Missouri, which, you know what? I mean, I kind of figured that would have been the case, but all this stuff is just now coming to Illinois, so I'm probably gonna be waiting for a bit here, and I'm kind of just gonna be playing the waiting game at this rate, just to see what happens. If you're wondering why I'm sweating, I need to do an AC recharge on my vehicle, so yeah, if you can't tell, this sun is kicking my butt right now. But all the clouds way off in the distance is all the stuff that's in Missouri, just now coming to Illinois. I don't know if you can see on the GoPro or not, probably not, but so yeah, that's kind of what is going on there. I'm probably just gonna play the waiting game here, stretch a bit and see what happens. So I don't know what all is gonna happen, but St. Louis and the Missouri area is just popping off right now, so. Well, I definitely did a little bit of a stupid going toward Casey. I'm too far north. So what I'm gonna do is just fly south and see what I can do. Alright, so my plan is just to go probably like east of like Benton, maybe go towards Benton, or yeah, I think that's gonna be my best play. I went way too far north. That was dumb of me to go this far north. I wasn't really thinking. I should have done a better job looking. So now I'm gonna have to pay the consequences for this. A, for my gas tank, and B, for time. Because now I gotta drive almost 2 hours south.
Head north toward East Buckeye Avenue.
Let's get out of here. I'm too far north. Well, as I move west, you can definitely tell the cloud covers here. And I think this is all the stuff. This is just clouds reaching from the storms all the way back, way farther west. So it's gonna start darkening up a little bit. But it's still another hour and a half drive that I have. I gotta get west and south. I cannot believe I made a mistake like that. But this is one of the things you gotta pay attention. Use everything at your disposal that you can, and I failed to do that, and I went too far north. And now I get to pay the consequences of that, as I said just before. But I'm doing what I can to get west in west and south in a timely manner. I don't know if I can beat these storms out. There's other towns along the way I can stop at if I have to, and reevaluate the situation from there. But we're pretty much gonna be there by what, 4, and we're at Central Time, so I think we will be in a pretty decent spot. It's just, when can I get down there?
I continue the race west and south just to catch up to all this other stuff. And as you'll see, I'm definitely approaching one of the storms that came from Missouri, and that has now crossed well into Illinois by now. If you look right in front of you, got a good bunch of mammatus clouds showing as well. And this is when I really knew that I was getting up onto a storm for sure now, and really need to start making decisions as to what I wanted to do.
Alright, so this storm that I'm actually on right now is severe warm. I really haven't looked at radar much, but I got an exit coming up real soon. I'm gonna be entering a town as soon as I get off. When I get off this exit, I need to really get off this exit and get east. I'm a little closer than I want it to be to these storms, so I just need to get east as soon as possible. I'm no longer going to bed. I have to get east. There's no other way around it. I mean, dude, these winds are pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I'm also on a vehicle with a trailer, so that's playing a little bit into it. But it's really windy on this road right now. And the wind looks like it's kind of going towards the storm. You can tell by how the trees are bending. So it's like there's inflow on the storm. So I might be going after this one, but I'm gonna get into a town and take a look at radar as soon as I get off this exit. And if people can learn to go to speed limit, even though I have to get off this exit, it is what it is. But like, dude, you're doing 60 and a 70. If this store is gonna go tornado warning real soon, I'm gonna stay on it. Yeah, gas station. I'm just gonna pull right in here then. Pull in here, park up for a second, take a look at radar, and figure out what the heck I need to do. Because quite frankly, I do not know what I need to do at all. St. Louis Zoo got hit? Oh gosh. I mean, this cell I'm on looks pretty decent. It's one of them just south of Effingham. Oh, it went tornado warned. We have a tornado warning. Why is it in full screen? Stupid. So if you see where I'm at, it'll show up in just a second. But yeah, the storm I'm on is tornado warned. It's gonna be higher in precipitation, isn't it? Oh, voice crack. Alright, so what I need to do is probably get south a little bit more. I mean, there's a lot more stuff going, there's a lot more going on in Missouri, but I'm not catching those. You know, quarter size. So the storm does have quarter size hail on it. I don't know what the radar is doing right now. It's struggling. I'm kind of shocked the cell I'm on went tornado warned, so there's a handful of chases on it. Bro, my radar is just not working right now. What the heck? Come on, please. St. Louis radar might just crapped itself. No, my radar's being, not my radar, radar mega's being overloaded as heck right now. Sirens, yep, we got sirens. Alright, let's move. I don't know why it's taking me back on the interstate. Should it be? I guess Salem's that far away. Come on, dude, I really gotta get ahead of this. I should have taken 37. I should have gone toward 37, not on the interstate. That was dumb. Really dumb of me. That's a scud, that's for sure. Oh, thank gosh for Rain-X, bro. I'm so glad I put the Rain-X on today. Holy wind. This is why I'm going to test this. If you're going to chase, please apply a coating of Rain-X to your vehicle. It will help a ton, especially with heavier rain, because you see how easily it feeds off. It is so convenient to have. So please, if you're going to chase, use some Rain-X, please. This thing gonna be rain wrapped? Yeah, probably is. You can see it somewhat on my GoPro to the right. Okay, yeah, I just saw a couple messaging saying St. Louis did get hit. That's not good. That sucks, dude. And apparently it hit the zoo.
The St. Louis tornado would end up being rated at EF4. It would also be found to be a mile wide at some times as well.
Yeah, winds are really picking up. I'm thinking this is inflow winds, just given how the winds are blowing into the storm. So I'm wondering if this is just all inflow. Dude, these freaking wind gusts are going crazy right now. We just had like a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust. It was just like a 50-mile-an-hour wind gust.
Take exit 116 for US 50 towards Salem, Sandoval.
But wow, that wind gust was like 50 mile an hour, dude. That was 40 mile an hour. That was gnarly. No, my vehicle was also like very light, so that could have been like a, that was definitely like a 40. I mean, I can definitely feel it, but I've not had side wind gusts like that. But we're just now south of south and off of the storm. I'm trying to move east so I can stay ahead of this, and we're getting to our exit now. Again, this storm is tornado warned, so, well, at least last I checked, I did get notifications about it being warned. I don't know what my phone didn't actually buzz off with, but I know there's more storms farther to our south, but I want to try this one to see what it does. I don't know if we got a murder situation going on or not. Is that a chaser? That might be a chaser. That actually might be a chaser. I just need to stay. I think just staying east would be perfect. Alright, just did a gas up. Sirens did sound in Salem, Illinois.
Take the next right up.
But yeah, they did extend the tornado warning. I just looked. Right on cue, they just extended the tornado warning on this storm, so I'm trying to get in front of it. I don't think you can hear, but you can hear their sirens sounding just, south of me? I'm trying to rush east because I got behind the storm, went too far south. I thought I was going to go more towards Salem, but I was moving more northeast. So now I'm going towards Newton, Illinois, working my way. I'm just going to keep on this storm, give this cell a try. Okay, so the entire city of Effingham is now under a tornado warning. Radar indicated there was definite rotation on it. You can see the hook. I should have stayed in Effingham, dude. I was thinking to sit in Effingham. That gummit. Now I gotta backtrack again. I am at the moment going towards Newton, Indiana, but something's telling me to just go south, dude. Something's telling me to go south. I don't know why. Something's just telling me to go south. Because I didn't sit at Effingham. I'm just getting that feeling I should go south. I'm going south. I'm gonna go south. But where is another question. I want to go after this, but down south is just more favorable. Alrighty, so I'm going south. I just have a feeling, dude. I just have a weird feeling I should just be south. I'm not gonna stick with this Effingham storm. It's only 4 and it's gonna have me there at 6. So I'm just gonna have to see how cells keep developing as I keep going south. Because this is starting to bow out, which is why I want to go south now. And again, I'm just getting that gut feeling I need to go south. I have like a 2-hour drive now to catch up to cells farther south. I'm just gonna keep watching cell development. And I'm gonna find a place to stop for a bit, kind of figure that out. And I know down south is putting down tornadoes. As I was suspecting, they dropped that tornado warning for Effingham, because I think that's the line segment, and they'll probably just, it may still produce stuff, but it won't be visible. So I'm really glad I'm making this move south. I think this is gonna play way more in my favor than I think it might. Alright, so this rain is actually coming from a cell that's severe warned. It's off to my right, you can see it. And you know why? I'm kind of in a decent spot for stuff right now. That's a nice little cell. It is isolated, so you know what? It might not be a bad thing to possibly try to stay on it. This is 100% isolated from everything else.
Second mistake of the day. Going after the storm. Yes, I noticed it was isolated, but I didn't really know how long that storm's been around either, and I really wasn't paying attention to the radar too much, which probably not a bad thing. But I'll explain why in a minute here in the video, why this was a bad decision.
Ooh, pothole.
Take the next right onto County Road 2025 East, Evelyn Road.
Oh, what the fudge.
Continue on County Road 2025 East for half a mile.
We are not going to do this. We are not doing this. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to take no gravel roads right now. Good enough for me. Yeah, let's take a sketch road. Why not? Why not? Always sketch beyond sketch. At least we're not on this for long at all. Barely paved road. Barely a paved road. It's like gravel. hey, whatever the heck is this, probably has been taken care of in who knows how long. Yeah, like what in the sketch, bro? DPR! Yay, off a crappy road. The road that's okay. I want to run a loop and just see what it looks like still, but okay, so it is dying. I was wondering if it was. Okay, we're not going to keep up on this cell then. We're going to go back south. Oh, this cell did really look good for a minute, but it's dying. They dropped the warning on it, but I don't know, dude. It's not looking as good as it was before. Let's leave it.
Miles.
Alright, we're going to Harrisburg now. Wiley's going to stay near that area. There's a really robust supercell down there that I think could last for quite a while. So we're just going to I'm just going to work my way down there. This cell, I mean, it did look good for a bit, and then it just fell on his face. It's not going to survive. Alright, I don't know what Google Maps is on, but I am not going to be on a dirt gravel road for 11 miles. It doesn't feel too horrible, but I ain't going 55 on that. I can't do more than probably like 40. It doesn't feel bad at all. It feels dry. It feels pretty dry, so it's not that slick. Made sure there's puddles, but it feels fine. Hopefully this turns paid. That would be great.
So much for getting off a gravel road sooner than later. Yeah, I ended up staying on this for the entire 11-ish miles. It sucked. It was definitely a little slick, but it was very manageable. I really wasn't too worried pushing 35, 40. But the potholes were just insane at times, so I definitely had to slow down here and there. But it is what it is. And of course, my dad called at the worst time possible driving down this road. Oh man. But I'll be honest, once I made that phone call with my dad, that gave me a little bit of hope, and because I was definitely struggling if you can't tell. And after that little bit of motivational speech he gave me, I just kept pushing on.
Well, guess what? It doesn't look like much of the cells are holding anymore. And Paducah's got a very, very strong supercell. Dang it, dude. And then there's tornado warnings up north again, so I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't know what to do. It's like really windy from this cell that's kind of just crapped itself. You know what? You live and learn, guys. This was definitely a learning moment. I mean, this is my, fourth chase ever. I went on one chase you guys won't see, but it is what it is at this rate. Just gotta see what I can do. But like, there's no warnings except for the one in Paducah. That one looks like it's about to drop something. Alright, so we're coming up onto a town now. I'm not exactly sure what town we're coming up on just yet. Well, I'm gonna stop and reevaluate everything at this rate. I mean, nothing's gone to plan today. So I want to reevaluate everything. And the brief glances I got on radar, these cells just don't look like they're holding at all. I really don't know what to make of this, any of this at the moment now, but I don't know, dude. Alright, so I'm in McWilliamsboro, and I really don't know what to do. Oh, wow, that cell did go tornado warned. It's kind of coming right near this area. I might be going after this cell that just went tornado warned. So I'm going to go west. Because the Paducah storm looks really good, but that's out of reach. There's more cells to the west, and they're going tornado warned, so we're getting new stuff firing up. I don't know what to do, dude. And mobile data is like crap right now, so let's regroup at Benton. That seems good to regroup at, because I know that there's a second mode going, so we're just gonna do that. Well, we got the Mammatus clouds. I don't know what storm this is. I wonder if this is the other one. There's another cluster that kind of developed. I'm wondering if it's that. Oh, that is the tornado warning. That is a tornado warning cell. Perryville stuff. Yeah. Okay, that is it. Okay. Let's get into position for this one then. Yep, that's the supercell right there, guys. You can see it on the GoPro, that's for sure. I'm gonna be glad I'm gonna stop into this town because I gotta swap out drawings anyways. I'm about to run out of storage, but this is our supercell. Hopefully it holds for enough to see something. I might be in perfect position for this thing. I'm glad I was patient because the second mode of stealth is starting to kick in now. I don't know if it's going to be as potent or not, but it probably won't, but I mean, it's probably got a chance. It is tornado warned still. See what we can do. I just almost smoked that stupid dog. Good grief. Looks like we might have another cell maybe that might try to merge into this maybe. I don't know. So it got downgraded to a severe warning. I don't even think it's got a tornado possible tag on it, but it still looks decent. I just don't really know what it's gonna do right now, but I'm making my way towards Heron, Illinois, because I think that's gonna be the best spot to wait for this thing. Again, I really don't know what it's gonna do, but we'll just have to see. I mean, I guess that rotation just got broader and didn't warrant the tornado warning anymore. So I don't know if the cell is already on its final stages or what. I'm wondering if we're gonna get. I'm wondering if this cell to my left that's trying to develop is gonna take over, or if it merges into it. But I think this thing that's. You'll see in just a second. You can probably barely see it, but I'm wondering if that's having an effect with this. Yeah, this is a new developing cell. Oh, that's gonna get consumed, and it's got a hook on it still too. I gotta drop cell link right now. All right, so I'm gonna drop down towards Marion, Illinois instead, and get ahead of this as fast as I can, in not a stupid manner. But we need to get onto this now. I need to drop south in front of the cell now. The cell really looks good, and it's still got a good rotation. It's still got a good hook on it, and I think it could tornado warn again sooner than later. Alright, so I just looked at Radar Omega, and it looks like a chaser Brandon Arnold is on this cell as well. And obviously in a way better position than I am, but I'm working my way there. I'm slowly but surely working my way there. I'm gonna try to not hook slice this at all, but I need to get moving. I should be out ahead of it enough, not have to worry about that at all, honestly. I know you can't hear see the cell well at all because trees, but they extended the tornado warning, and I am right on track to be in perfect position for this cell. Darn construction screwed me over though a little bit, but still going at a respectable pace. I really hope I can just get right in front of this and not get screwed by any hail of any sort. Rain's really coming down now too, so I'll keep you guys updated. I gotta swap this drive out as soon as I get to the town. There we go. And this is why I say get Rain-X. I can see really well right now, even in that. Even in this very heavy rain, I can see very well. Like, it's insane how big a difference Rain-X actually makes. It is crazy. That was pretty heavy rain too. And I can see just fine. I love Rain-X so much, dude. I'm so glad I got it on now. Sucks it's not working well for my rear windshield, but whatever. We are really close to being in position. And yeah, we're like 10 minutes out from being right where we need to be. Alright guys, you're about to get a view of this. But it's right in front of me. You can barely make it out through the trees, but there's a definitive base there, dude. It looks gnarly. So I'm gonna pull into this gas station, swap out drives, and figure life out real quick. Figure everything out real quickly. We're probably gonna get a tornado warning extended to this town soon, so we'll have to see. Alright, this storm just went tornado warning again. Just got extended. I am moving just a hair bit south so I can get in front of it.
Take the next left onto Comfort Drive, then turn right onto West Main Street. Take the next right onto West Main Street. In 600 feet, turn left onto Halfway Road.
Yeah, I went tornado warning. You can see it. I think there was that. I was trying to get stuff swapped out. Wow, look at the greens and everything, dude.
At the light, turn left onto Halfway Road.
I'm moving south just a little bit more to see if I can't get some more visibility. But dude, look at this. Oh wow, dude, this door is throwing out lightning left and right. We should be getting sirens soon. No sirens. Oh, I hear sirens now. Dude, this storm's going nuts.
I didn't realize it till later after, but if you can see what's in the right side of my screen right there, it'd probably be zoomed in a bit more. But that's where it actually was. I thought I was a little bit more ahead of it than I thought, but I do believe that was it.
I'm just trying to get to a better spot where there's not as many trees and some open space. I mean, there's a lot more trees than you would think, but we're working with what we got, which is why I'm planning to stop in like a church parking lot or something, just so I can have some view of it. And I'm gonna look at maps to see if I can get go a bit east to get a better view, because we're on the right storm and it's still going tornado warned. Dude, that sky looks so eerie but cool at the same time. I'm just trying to find a better spot to park, dude. There's not anything good. Wow, dude, yeah. You can see the look. You can look at the storm now, at least the base of the shelf of it. Dude, this is just wild. Alright, I need to figure out what I want to do.
Unfortunately, I thought I knew where it was at, but I was wrong this entire time. And I thought I had just a little bit more time to take than I actually had. Another mistake that I made on this chase. I should have known better, and I am glad I did look at radar. But again, I thought I had more time, but also I didn't know if this thing was actually closer than it actually was. And that was one thing that kind of concerned me.
Alright, we're moving east to going to Carrier Mills. That's our plan now. Carrier Mills. Let's go. They're really hammering the sirens. Is this thing confirmed? Oh, they're really hammering down on these sirens. I don't like that. Dude, that is so eerie to my left. That's the hail core.
Going back to the sirens, my gut instinct was definitely right. When I realized they were just absolutely hammering on these sirens, I knew right then and there something was off. Because typically for a tornado warning that's non-confirmed, it's 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off for a siren. These sirens weren't even fully winding down, and they would go off for a 3-minute alert again. Back in my mind, I knew something wasn't right, and obviously I verbalized it here as well.
Yeah, but everybody's starting to come out of their houses now to investigate this. Is this thing getting rain wrapped or something? I don't like it if it is. I'm really just trying to get east. I do not like where I'm at right now.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Yeah, be very aware of hail. Oh yeah. Trying to do what I can to stay out ahead of it so I can get a better view on this. I wonder if this is just turning into an HP
In a quarter
mess.
mile, turn right.
Dude, this is one gnarly cell. This is one gnarly cell.
Well, this is about when things take a very ugly turn. I thought I was a little more ahead of it than I thought, but as you'll see, you'll realize I won't
really know exactly where it's at. And also, I wouldn't really realize how long this hook actually is, and that I was already in like the hook region itself. And that's one of the other biggest mistakes I ran into. But this was also due to the lack of data coverage I had, and I'll probably show some examples of what I mean by that coming forward. But you'll see where I think, oh crap, I actually might be in danger here, and kind of make some mistakes, but I trusted my gut a little bit here, and you'll see it did work out. It did work out gut feeling wise as is pretty well, but still, very dangerous situation I kind of got put in here. I didn't stay ahead of this enough, and that is all my fault on that too.
Bro, just pacing with it. We got a large tornado on the ground, probably. Tor-E. That's not good, guys. You have tornado emergency, large and dangerous tornado on the ground. It is wrapped in rain. I'm watching for these winds. I'm really watching for wind shifts, dude. Oh my god. This is not good, dude. It went through the south side of town. Jeez, I almost just got struck. Oh my gosh, dude. This is not good, guys. This is really not good.
Alright, so now I kind of knew I was starting to drive into the hail core, and that became a new concern. This thing was definitely putting down very large hail, and I was not about to try to lose an entire windshield or whatnot from that hail. So now I'm kind of put in a very tough spot. And now if I wanted to avoid losing an entire windshield, I would have to go south or stop. And I decided, you know what, I am going to go south. I don't really know if that was the right call at all. Personally, I don't think it really was. But again, the problem was I was struggling to get any radar data, so that was also a big issue in trying to make that decision that fast.
This got super dangerous, super fast, dude. Holy crap. I was wondering why they were hammering on the sirens. I knew something was off. I knew something was off. I was like, they're hammering on these sirens. This thing's got to be on the ground. Next thing I freaking know, Tor-E. Dear God, this lightning, I do not want to get out of my vehicle right now. Oh my gosh, huge debris ball. Huge debris ball. Oh gosh, I'm getting nailed. I need a south option now. I was trying to get a visibility on it, dude. This is not good. It definitely just hit the town, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get south so I don't get fricked over by hail. Oh my gosh, dude. I knew something was up when they were hammering those sirens. I knew something was up when they were hammering on those sirens. I knew that thing was on the ground when they were just hammering down on the sirens. I think they dropped the Tor-E, but oh my gosh, dude, holy crap. That was scary for a second.
But if you saw right in front of me, I don't know how I didn't fully realize that at the time, because I thought it was still off to my right, because again, struggling with radar and whatnot. That was the mezzo right in front of me. Again, I don't know how I didn't see it, but I knew it was somewhere nearby.
Alright, adrenaline rush over. Nothing but trees. This is why this area, I see why they said be careful in this area. I got an option to move if I have to. Oh, trash can, goodbye. This is definitely a rain wrapped tornado, dude. This thing's definitely rain wrapped. Let's go. I don't like this. I don't like where I'm at still. Ah, you bastard. These things are slinging quarter-sized hail at least. I'm gonna try to get a bit more south. Cause at this rate, I'm trying to get way ahead of this, but I'm also trying to not be inhaled. This is the one thing I wanted to avoid. Please tell me this is not a dead end. Alright, perfect. Come on, radar. Work.
really don't like this. This hook's too close. The hook that has this tornado on the ground is way too close to my liking, dude. I do not like where I'm at. Slow down. Monitor the rain bands. Stop, stop, stop. This it. This it? Dude, these rain bands I do not like. That's it, dude. See how these rain bands are moving? This is something in front of me. This is 100% something in front of me. I'm gonna take my time now at this rate. Dude, I saw these rain bands start racing. This is definitely it. This is definitely something here. Homes. Mobile home's okay. Lots of grass from someone mowing. This thing's going to carry a mills now too. There's something back in this rain, dude. There's definitely something back in the rain. I need to figure this out right now. Tornado emergency just got extended. I think I got out of the way of it just in time. But dude, this really has just gotten really serious. Nothing wants to load right now. But dude, I need a radar update big time. I was not expecting to see a tornado emergency on the storm I was in, and I got ahead of it, and yeah, dude. Oh, big limbs though. Mother trucker, that could have been bad. I definitely got caught behind this thing. Radar's not updating. Oh, my radar should be stupid. Totally did not take that at 30 miles an hour. I don't know where to look because I need to figure out where I'm at. I think it's probably back in there. See what we got visibility wise. Stay on this road and go into town. Yeah, it's just south of me. So my plan now is just to stay behind this. I do not want to be in front of this. It's going to be better to stay behind. Yeah, town is sounding their sirens too. So model, I don't know what model, that might be like Model 2. Yeah, I don't really care about them right now. I'm gonna stop at this gas station and reevaluate, but dude, holy crap, that was a little scary. I'm pretty sure we saw it too. I might get a good view here in just a second. Seeing an opening. Yeah. Now you can definitely get a good view of it. In front of me. Very gnarly storm, dude. I mean, I have no mobile data out here, which sucks too. Like, you can see this thing just ripping. I'm gonna figure out what I want to do real quick. I want to keep going east. Stay behind it. Dude, this thing is just a ripping storm. I want to know where I'm at compared with everything. There's definitely a good amount of chasers on this still. Yeah, I still got a mean hook. Let's drop south. I see something off in the distance. I think we have a tornado on the ground. I just saw something for a second. I just saw something off in the distance for a second. We might have something on the ground. I think I just saw it. I definitely just saw something super low, if not on the ground. Yeah, tornado on the ground, tornado on the ground. I see it, I see it, I see it. I need to find a spot to pull off. Dang it, hills, dude. I just saw it. I just saw it. It was a decent cone on the ground. I just saw that thing. I don't see it anymore. Dang it, dude. I wish I could have showed you it, but I saw it with my own eyes. It was a nice little cone. It was not small. It was a nice cone. Nice sized cone. You might be able to get a view here in just a second. You might be able to get you guys a view in just a second. Hopefully. Trees. Is it wrapped in rain again? I barely see it. Yep. I see it. It just got wrapped in rain. That hill is in the way, dude. Darn hill, dude. I don't know if it's on the ground anymore or not, but I think you can barely make anything out. Oh, we got Rising Scud right here. Nice. Alright, so my GoPro just ran out of storage, but here's what's gonna happen. I gotta leave the storm temporarily just to get around it because this stupid hill is in the way and there's no roads going over. I think it's because it's a national park or something. So that's what I'm doing right now. My GoPro just ran out of storage completely. I gotta get a terabyte drive for that thing, dude. Like that was a 64 gig and a 128 gig I just went through. And now I'm relying on my phone at the moment, so there might not be as much more stuff just because A, I gotta do this, get through this, and B, figure out what else I need to do and record on my phone at the same time now. So some changes gotta get made for that, for the next chase. Quick update, I just checked radar real quickly. Still PDS on this one storm. It might have been on the ground again. If it was, Morganfield just got hit, which is not good at all. I don't know for sure because I'm driving, obviously, but I just briefly glanced at radar. I saw PDS observed and a gnarly hook on over Morganfield, which is really concerning. But I'm still gonna work my way up there as best as I can, trying to get back on the storm again.
In half a mile, turn left onto Illinois 1 North.
Alright, change of plans. This storm to my west has a really good hook on it, and will probably go tornado warning real soon. So that's gonna be my new focus now. And I just need to see if I can't get visibility at all. I really need visibility bad. The one storm I kind of just have to let go. There's no way I'm catching back up to that, so I'm going to play this other storm in line. I'm going to probably stay south of Morganfield if I can, so I don't get cranked by a hail core. So I'm just going to kind of watch how this moves and determine that from there. The storm definitely is always on top of me right now. I am really racing to get ahead of this. Is that it? Am I right? Trees, dude, just got in my way again. I am really rushing to get ahead of this. I definitely just had a wind shift not a moment ago. I'm really trying to get in front of this cell. I'm really just trying to get ahead as best as I can right now. That's all I really can do. Okay, yeah, so I can confirm that was definitely it. I was like, that is definitely rotating. Got it. Get out of there. Caught the back end of the hall.
In half a mile, turn right onto 640E Peabody Road.
That was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping to stay ahead of it, but no. Instead, I just drive right through it. This road networking just sucks, bro. It's terrible. I just missed my road, didn't I? Might be able to see it in just a second, but that was definitely rotation I saw. I know it was.
Take the next.
You can't see it at all now. Alright, I'll check back in with you guys in a minute here. That was a little interesting. Was not expecting to just cut through that. But yeah, you see the rain bands back there. Actually, I'm gonna stay on. Just in case you guys get the view. See, maybe. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was definitely, that was the storm. Well, at least some of it. That's the tree branches down. How do I manage to find myself on the crappiest roads known to man? This just turned to virtually just gravel. Yeah. Gravel on this pavement, but it's still terrible. Gotta love it. Got to love it. How do I find myself on these terrible roads, bro? That's just cringe. Beyond cringe. I did think I saw the rotation of this storm as well. I'm gonna let the storm get ahead of me. Probably best I let the storm get ahead of me. And I just stay behind it. It's probably just gonna be better that way. And this is probably gonna be the last storm I chase for the night, and then I'm going home. It's been a crazy and hectic day, that's for sure. Gosh, dang, this road sucks, dude. Holy crap. That was horrible. I'm just trying to avoid potholes right now. But it definitely rained hard here, that's for sure. Well guys, I think the cell's got away from me and it's getting dark. There's another cell behind this one, but I think I am gonna call it for the night and work my way back home. It's gonna be almost, what, midnight by the time I get home, so this was definitely a day I learned that I need to do better staying ahead, and if I think I'm gonna get into something, I just need to do a bit better, trying to pay attention to what's going on around my surroundings, which I think I definitely did good with that today, but I did bad at the same time because I drove right through a hook, and there was a damaging tornado on the ground that was right behind me, and then the hook crossed, and the hook got ahead of me, which I'm really lucky I was a little bit more north from where the tornado was. And as I said, I did see a cone. I saw it a couple times, but it was so brief seeing it. I gave you guys a little bit of a look of it, but you guys would have been able to see it. But it was definitely a pretty large cone on the ground. I'm gonna see if I can't get any photos for you guys, but otherwise I think that's gonna be it for the day. I'm gonna go home, get some rest, and edit this. This was just definitely a very well learning day, so that'll be it. Well, Mountain Dew zero sugar, so whatever. But it's also Baja Blast, so. And then sweet and spicy Doritos just to help me on the way home. So I'm gonna try to just push all the way home. I might stop one more time for a restroom break, so. But I'm just gonna try to keep moving as much as possible, so hope I don't have to stop for a restroom break or whatnot. Alright, well, I made it back home safely. Kind of awake right now. It was a little bit of a struggle to stay awake on the drive home, but it's 2 a.m. and I made it back home, so I'm really happy about that. Good gosh, dude. I made the right calls after I was like really struggling to get anything, but that was way more than I bargained for. I was not expecting the cell that I was going on to have a tornado emergency issued. and I don't know what the situation looks like, and I'll fill you in with that when I wake up tomorrow, because I'm tired and like very jittery because I've had like 300 milligrams of caffeine in the past 4 hours. So I got really lucky that the hook was as long as it was. That was really scary, honestly. And in the back of my mind, when they were just absolutely hammering on the sirens, in the back of my mind, I knew something was up. Like, the sirens would go off, but would be turned off. They wouldn't even wind down immediately, and then they would go off again. I knew back in the back of my mind something wasn't right, because typical tornado warning that's just like radar indicated typically is 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off. If they're absolutely hammering the sirens, there's something wrong, and there's something on the ground, and it's going to be close or coming into the town. And that's exactly what was going on. I knew something wasn't right in the back of my mind. And next thing I know, there's a tornado emergency issued. I'm like, oh crap, I need to get out of here. And I think a few takeaways I can have from today is just I need to stay further ahead of that stuff when I'm trying to plan getting in front of storms, and really just knowing when to go. Not being afraid to push speeds way higher than I'm comfortable with at times, especially when I need to get out of the way. But I will say, fourth chase ever, I ended up getting chased by a tornado and actually saw a pretty decent cone. And you guys can't see it because I only got like 2 glimpses of it, but I noticed there was a cone on the ground, a tornado on the ground. And again, I only got like 2 glimpses of it. There was nowhere to pull over without getting stuck. So I really can't show you guys that to prove it, but it was a very interesting situation. And I'm also gonna try to petition for a couple things, because not being able to see radar and not being able to get warnings and whatnot makes it challenging.
The Morganfield tornado would go on to be rated EF4 at 190 mile an hour sustained winds. Also, as you'll see in this image here, this is when I saw one of the 2 tornadoes that developed and was actually on the ground at the time. One was rated EF1 and the other rated EF2. And unfortunately with Morganfield, I was correct with it being hit by a tornado. This tornado would be rated EF3 at 155 mile an hour sustained winds. And unfortunately, from this day, a lot of lives would be taken. But overall, this outbreak sequence that happened was just absolutely crazy and just bad at the same time. Very unfortunate about all the lives that are lost and all the injuries that have happened. And this is why you gotta be really paying attention, especially on days like these when storms are gonna be moving fast and not in great terrain, because it is very dangerous out there doing this. And the reason why these videos tend to be like 45 minutes to over an hour long is because I want you guys to be able to see pretty much the full experience from beginning to end of a chase day, of how hard it actually is to kind of chase. Some days gonna be good, some days may not be, and some days you're gonna get put in a very dangerous situation that ultimately you put yourself in, and I hope none of you have to pay the consequences for that like I possibly could have. It is definitely a scary situation, but you have to just do the best you can to keep your composure through it all, which is something I did pretty good with, but at the same time not as much. I think I could have done better with that, but for the situation that I was put in, I think I did okay for the first time of ever being put in that kind of situation before. But you guys gotta be really paying attention. And again, this is why I make videos that are like 45 minutes plus for these type of chase days. You guys got to understand that chasing is not easy, and it is a lot of work and money for that matter, especially depending on what vehicle you drive. I just wanted to say that little bit there. With that being said, I'll see you guys later. Take care.